very quick. And so serve will no doubt dominate this final Group B match. It is Zhang of China against Hannah Klugman of Great Britain. My name is Candy Reid. Thanks again for your company. We are at the ITF World Tennis Tour Junior Finals 2025. So who will this give the positive advantage to, playing inside on these lightning quick courts? Oh, what a miss hit, serve and volley. It gets perhaps a slightly sarcastic round of applause there. I think it hit no strings and all frame. Zhang says, and her results back this up, that clay is her favourite surface. And Klugman, despite growing up in rainy Great Britain, where she would have played a lot of indoor tennis, also prefers a slower surface. So players would have been warned, get ready, prepare early. Get as close to the baseline as you possibly can. You may have to play a lot of half volleys off it. But don't stand too far back, because you cannot concede court position on this kind of court. And you must serve well. First serve's absolutely essential. Little home advantage for Zhang here, China's only representative. Oh, that's a super return from Klugman. That's why you have to land first serves. That's long, went big on the forehand. Great point for Hannah Klugman of Great Britain, 16-year-old. That's a tremendous approach shot. The line to the Klugman backhand. Zhang Shui, the lowest ranked, the worst ranked of all the competitors on the girls' side at world number 18. That's a combined ranking. Born in 2008, she's played a whopping 34 tournaments. It's the most of anyone in the competition. China's top player in junior girls. Lovely first game, this one. A few nerves out there. Klugman again having more to lose than her opponent. And the other Group B girls match is going on as we speak. Mia Kohankova, who represents Slovakia and actually made her Billie Jean King Cup debut for Slovakia in doubles this year against USA, is down a break against Jana Kovačkova of Czechia. Kohankova has 2 wins in the group, Kovačkova 1. And well done to Zhang. A tough game in which she faced break point, but she gets over the line. This year, there's no doubt about it. It's been well documented. Oh, that's a really lovely drop shot. Klugman way behind the bet sign. She wasn't expecting that. Zhang is bringing it all today. Everything out of the box of tricks. Klugman serving 4 double faults in her first match. That was against Kovačkova, a win for her, 4 and 4, and a very important one as it now turns out. She was an outstanding athlete. Good from all over the court. Excellent doubles player. Got to the final of the Australian Open girls doubles competition this early season. Teamed up with Emerson Jones. The Australian. Together they lost to the Kovačkova sisters. Kovačkova's up in California. Czech parents. So 4 double faults against Kovačkova. And then lost Kohankova yesterday and served 7 double faults. And a little bit of early trouble here behind serve. Kovačkova beating the Briton 3 and 4 on Thursday indoors. Match time was 1 hour 30. We've been saving 1 break point with her first ace of the last 2 days. On 58% of first serve points to Klugman, just over 50% behind her second serve. Broken 3 times and broke herself once from 9 opportunities. A couple of lovely inside-out forehands. This is solid off the ground, and the crisis averted for now. So 2 matches still in progress. Kohankova against Kovačkova, 5-4 now. Kovačkova serving for the first set. And here on the main court indoors, Klugman has won the last 3 points, serving for 1-all. And she gets it. A difficult game to start with for Hannah. It's 1-all. Klugman recently getting to the US Open Junior Tennis Championship semi-final. Roland Garros, of course, got all the way to the final, lost to the beautiful one-handed backhand of the Austrian Lily Tagger, who is not here in Chengdu this year. She did qualify. Ranking was good enough. Was a British player in last year's tournament here in Chengdu as well. Miko Stoic-Favrovic finished top of Group B. Stoic-Favrovic so beaten in the semi-finals by Emerson Jones, who went on to win the title against Laura Sampson in the final. So Emerson Jones, the champion here, and age-wise would have been eligible to play again, but Jones is focusing now on the professional circuit. Ruien Zhang, the Belgian, who's won all 3 matches on the girls' side, reached the semi-finals last year. She was beaten by Samson, so she's back in the semis, and she'll eye up the title this year, having just won the US Open girls title in singles. Well, not a bad attempt. The first drop shot worked wonders for Zhang. This one just pulls it a little bit wide. It's good that she's keeping up the creativity, not trying to play the same way. That should serve her well in the future. A little long, so Zhang will have a game point for a 2-1 lead. We've had 2 difficult holds so far. Zhang Juan. Has some patterns of play that very much emerged in her opening round. Loves to serve out wide from this side, then put a forehand up the line. Zhang has chalked up a couple of titles during this season. J300 Casablanca, that was a career best triumph for her. Also won the J200 Haskovo and had a run to the semi-finals at the J500 Offenbach. That represented a significant step in her development. That's wide, and it gives Hannah Klugman another break point. All 3 games have featured break points so far. None taken. And this one is a little wild from Zhang. So of Great Britain to serve. 2-1 with the break, first set. Yeah, it's just long, good read from Klugman. Junior Grand Slams this season, Klugman advanced to the girls' final, Roland Garros, semi-finals US Open, quarters Wimbledon. Klugman camp have been working on transferring weight a little bit better, going into the ball more with better intent, and on the body language side, trying to be more positive, no negative body language. Throws in a second double. It's been an eventful year, that's for sure, for Hannah. Just 16 years of age. The professional ranks have started off at a Sabadell Spanish ITF on clay, where she qualified, won 3 matches, lost in the first round of the main draw. Another ITF in Spain followed, and she got to the semi-finals this time, lost to Lily Tagger. Rematch of that Roland Garros final. Tagger won 6-3 in the third. And then came her WTA Tour debut in Nottingham on the grass, where she lost to Yulia Putintseva 2-2. Putintseva doesn't make it any easy for anyone. Big striking from Zhang, and she answers right back. So 2 games all, 1 hold and 1 break apiece. After Nottingham and her tour debut, Hannah then got a wild card to play in Eastbourne. She lost to Susan Lamens, the Dutch woman, 4-2 in qualifying, and got a wild card for proper Wimbledon, where she was drawn to face Leila Annie Fernandez. Good retrieval skills, so what a point from Zhang. Starts off with that excellent lefty serve with a little bit of slice. Klugman got 4 games off the Canadian US Open former finalist Fernandez in Wimbledon. Since then, Klugman has played Roehampton and got to the final. And in Aldershot, where she beat her contemporary Brooke Black from Great Britain, lost to Harmony Tan, a 27-year-old out of France, who you might remember had that amazing win over Serena Williams at Wimbledon. Tan won 1 and 4 in the semis. Zhang is showing some serious fight here and some serious talent. Chinese got a very good player on their hands. She, like Klugman, has played plenty of professional matches this season, 23. She's won 10 of them. Oh, that's beautifully done. Got to be very careful when you go into an opponent's forehand and approach the net. It very, very rarely works out at this level. It's all out attack, isn't it, from Zhang? Incredible stuff from the Chinese player. For Thursday's play, second round robin stage was played indoors. And now About 30% of Friday's play has been moved this way as well. Another excellent drop shot. Zhang playing out of her mind right now. It's been the stuff of dreams for the Chinese 17-year-old. First match ever with Hannah Klugman, who's 16. Klugman with 125 wins compared to 39 defeats. Zhang hasn't played nearly as much, 54 victories as opposed to 22 losses. Klugman currently number 2 in the combined world rankings on the Junior World Tennis Tour rankings, behind Julieta Pareja of the USA with Colombian heritage. Well, there's no line call, again the traditional method, and no challenges available. So Klugman will have to accept that. Anichkova is ranked 3 in the world as we speak. Lily Tagger 4, Mia Korhankova number 5, Cecia Ramova, the Frenchwoman, at 6. Julia Stusek, who's been playing here, at number 7, and Jelene van Dren at number 8. That's the current world rankings. It'll be 1,000 points for the winner of this one. So that year-end number 1 ranking very much up for grabs. That's a little long. So Klugman brought back to deuce, serving 2-3. So any of our semi-finalists could be the year-end world number 1. Pareja will not hold on to it. Hasn't got enough points to do so. Just had too much time, didn't you, to think about it on the indoor courts. You just hit the ball a little bit higher. So break point chance here for Zhang. Back to juice we go. Zhang, if she doesn't take one of these break points, maybe a little regretful. That's absolutely superb from the left-hander. She'll get another go at it. Minutes played and still a lot of questions to answer. A good battle here by Klugman. Another chance for Zhang comes and goes. Just to try and mix it up on those break point opportunities. That's what's got her to this position. My hands go up in astonishment, perhaps frustration as well. It's these big names, you've got to take your chances when they arise. That's the pressure. Klugman 1 of 9 against Ruien. That cost her deeply yesterday. Oh, that was an opportunity. You really have to hit up the back of the ball with a lot of violence on that particular shot. Klugman cannot quite believe it. Back to juice we go. What a game. 6th game of the first set. Meantime, Nia Ruien and Jana Kovačková are still battling it out. Kovačková from Czechia has won the first set. And she looks to finish the group with 2 wins. Ruien already has 2. So this match must win for Hannah, which just increases the pressure. Zhang has lost both of hers, so unlikely to go through at this point. Playing purely for pride, but there's also travel money at stake as well. Finally. That was a significant test for Klugman. Comes through it unscathed. The 2025 champ will earn 1,000 ranking points. That's equivalent to what's on offer at a junior Grand Slam. So make a significant difference in the player's quest to finish 2025 as the year-end number one. Klugman can win it and can finish year-end number one. Players are also benefiting from travel grants this week. It's going to support their future progression. A record $220,000 paid out this year in travel grants. The winners receiving up to $23,000 each. There's 16 players here in Chengdu. Grants are going to be staggered through to those finishing in 8th place. Action, of course, on the court. That's where the players' focus lies. But they have had some fun off it, been immersed in Chinese culture over the week or so. And she's done it again. That is very impressive play from Zhang, using the drop shot again, getting back nicely for the big smash. She wasn't easing into that smash, was she? That's a superb forehand. Again, the athleticism. Klugman getting around that ball, getting the inside-out winner. All week long, we've seen some excellent shot making. Matches here in round robin, beginning on Wednesday, concluding today. Semi-final Saturday, and then final Sunday. There will be a third, fourth playoff as well. Another good hold. Confirmation now that Andres Santa Marta Roy, who actually lost his opening match, has won the group ahead of Max Schonenhaus. Schonenhaus had a perfect record coming into his match today against Andres, but lost. The two Americans do not progress. Jack Kennedy overcoming Benjamin Wilworth in 3 sets. So those are the boys. In Group A, the girls, Jelena van Droom, who reached the semi-final in this competition last year, has progressed as Group A winner, and ahead of Kristina Penichkova of the USA, finishes as runner-up. So Group B here in the girls is the one that has to be decided. As of now, all 4 players are in, although it's unlikely Zhang will move through, given that she is the 8th seed and lost both prior matches. Not the best time for a double fault. Zhang with 2 more break points. Move into a 5-3 lead. Zhang, of course, had all those break points in the previous Klugman game. Couldn't take them. Oh, what a point. Zhang put in some extra effort there. And does move in front. 5 games to 3. First set. Oh, well, the Chinese player is playing right now. Zhang proving what a great competitor she was against Mia Pohankova on the first day. Giving her a real extra effort. And had the Slovakian player a little bit worried. Did well against Jana Kavachkova as well yesterday, losing that one 7-6 in the third set. Zhang served very well against Kavachkova. 8 aces, 0 double faults. 83% of first serves in. She wasn't winning quite enough points behind her serve. Around 55 of first serve points, but only 35% behind her second serve. That second serve will be helped today by the quick indoor courts. It's a 2 hour and 23-minute belter though, so she's got to be a little fatigued. Push back, so good work here from Klugman. And she break back right away. Klugman just pulling up a little bit on the slice backhand. You've got to stay very low on that shot. On the other court, the other Group B match, Mia Pohankova has lost the first set against Jana Kavachkova, but now serving at 5-3 in the second. That might go the distance. And 11 minutes played so far. We've had 44 minutes of action on our court. Klugman will have the break back points. Big roar from Zhang. She's getting closer now to wrapping this first deficit down. it's long. Moment of slight panic for Klugman, advancing to the net. Never fun to see that ball go over your head and you think it's going to land in. Your heart sort of drops. Klugman, she credited a birthday chat with one Rafa Nadal for inspiring her. She said, I struggled a bit last year, and he said, as soon as you got the level, everything will come, so trust it, work hard every day. That was the experienced Spaniard talking to Hannah Klugman, who spent a little bit of time out on the island at his tennis academy. Price paid off because, of course, Klugman reached Roland Garros singles girls final this year, and the first junior Grand Slam finalist at the French Open since Michelle Tyler back in 1976, so 49 years ago. And Hannah has said that she actually prefers clay to grass. It really suits my game, she said. Oh, that's nicely done, moving forward to close off the volley. Those ones are tricky if they start dropping. No points here to level up at 5 apiece. And it was also said about the junior and senior games and the difference. So the junior level is close, the difference is mentality. There are very few free points though at senior level. Seniors, you have to bring it, she said, every match. Switch on and switch off like Hannah does a little bit, especially in this match, but this is a good and brave fight back, 5 games all. And it's pretty likely that the two players are actually seeing what's happening in the other group media match. It happens in US college where you line up all 6 players, and if you see your teammates losing or winning, your mentality and your approach to your match can change completely. Vahankova, by the way, has taken the second set against Jana Kovačkova. It's 1-1 in the third. It's wide. Zhang, who played a pretty perfect first set, is just starting to throw in some unforced errors here. As a reminder, Vahankova of Slovakia has won both of her Group B matches. Kovačkova lost Klugman on the first day, but beat Zhang on Thursday, 7-6 in the third. So Vahankova with 2 victories, Kovačkova with 1, and Klugman with 1. That's how we are in Group B. All to play for. Can't believe it. A little bit of a push on the forehand. The contact point wasn't right. It was a nervy shot. We are looking at where the ball goes rather than actually the contact point. Keep your head still, first rule of ball sports. Oh, it's terrific. Down almost on her knees, Zhang, when she hit the backhand. Agnieszka Radwanska style. Got a bright future ahead of her, hasn't she, the Chinese? 54 minutes played and game point for a 6-5 head start. And she takes it, and this return from Klugman, can't quite believe it. A 3 points for Zhang, and that was Zhang first set, and Klugman to serve. This hasn't been easy watching if you're a fan of the Britons. That's too good. How on earth Zhang won that point? A bit of bother here. It's long, and Zhang of China will get 3 set points. She's worked so hard for them. She's been the better player, arguably, in this set. Baiting Klugman with that return position. A good second serve, a brave one in the world number 2. Two set point save, one more coming up. This is going to be nervy for both players. It's a fantastic forehand to finish off an interesting set of tennis, which had a lot of nerves and There's an absolute tussle going on the other indoor court near Pohankova. Lost the first set against Yana Kovačkova. And then won the second 6-3. It's now 3 games all and deuce. Kovačkova wins that match and Klugman loses this, then it will be Pohankova and Kovačkova to go through. Klugman has to make a few more of those. Can't really rely on her serve, so she's got to make the most of any shorter or second serve from Zhang. Just slightly caught leaning back on the forehand to Klugman. She's got to try and keep her eyes and her attention just on this match, not having wander over to the other one. Can't do anything about that match, but she can do something about this one. With these players, now they're going to finish it in the top 20 will be the benefits of the Junior Accelerator Programme. Each player ranks within the top 20 of the ITF World Tennis Tour Girls ranking. There are 5 opportunities to access main draws at women's event on the ITF World Tennis Tour. And that's from W15, which is 15,000, to W100, 100,000 level, depending on ranking. Girls in the top 20 entitled to use the next calendar year for their accelerator spots. Gain direct entry into the main draw of an applicable tournament, which they would otherwise not be eligible for based on their WTA, ITF or national ranking. So it's a real boon. That's long, so 40-15 to deuce. Klugman not happy by the call. No challenges though on this court. There are on centre court outside. The players can have 3 incorrect challenges plus 1 in the tiebreaker if it gets there. Slightly pulling down on that left arm of hers. Needs to get up a little bit more on the serve. Flowing freely, is it, for the Briton? Trying to stay positive, but Zhang will have another break point. That's more like it. Ben Harron on the far end of the court. On the left there is Hannah Klugman's long-term coach. Been working together for 7 years now. Fine player in his own right, Ben. A big roar let out. There was some anxiousness in there, but Klugman, after a 40-15 start, brought back to juice and saving break points, gets over the line just about. She has had high expectations on her shoulders for a long time. In 2022, Hannah won the J3 as a 13-year-old, got to the final of the Orange Bowl. And the next year, she won the British Nationals under 16 level. The first win at a junior major that came at Wimbledon in 23. Got to the final of Wimbledon doubles with Isabel Lacey, fellow Surrey player. To the quarterfinal that year of the US Open girls, singles and doubles. Brilliant forehand. And then at the end of 2023, she was given a wild card into qualifying the Shrewsbury 100,000 events. That was indoors. Qualified. She was 14. And went all the way. Unbelievable. All the way to the quarterfinals. Eventually beaten by the big serving Frenchwoman Océane Dodin. Oh, that's a bad miss for Zhang. The shot, she's really got to exaggerate the hit up the back of the ball. Oh, it's come back her side, Hannah. Didn't really get her body weight into that backhand, hence didn't get the luck of the net cord. Sometimes when you step through those shots, the ball will go over. I'm keeping a watch on the other court because that is going to make a big difference to what happens here. Mia Pohankova serving at 4-5 in the third set now against Jana Kovačkova. If Kovačkova wins that against Pohankova, that means both those players will have 2 wins each, and it puts huge pressure on Klugman. It's not easy in this scenario where Hannah will be well aware of what's going on over there. She'll have a good idea of the permutations. She really needs the slow back Pohankova to win. The final standings determined by the greatest number of wins. That's the number 1 point. Then the greatest number of matches played. All of them have played a full match allotment. Nobody has retired or withdrawn. Beautiful point from Zhang, and the energy levels remain high. And the Chinese 17-year-olds. If 2 players, by the way, have tied numbers of wins, their head-to-head results will count. Zhang determined to get her first victory. Round robin play here in Chengdu, China, coming to a conclusion. We're not there yet. 2 matches still to be completed here at the 2025 ITF World Tennis Tour Junior Finals. And those who have finished in advance are probably very relieved that they're not the last one standing. There's a lot of tension out here in this indoor arena where it's cold and quick. Plus the players playing now have less time, of course, to recover for those who do advance to the semi-finals. As a reminder, 2 will advance from Group B. Which 2 we don't quite know yet. Everything still to play for. Match between Pohankova and Kovačkova. 1 hour and 56 minutes played. 5 games all third set. And it's relevant because what happens there will affect what happens here. If Pohankova can pull it out, then she will have won all 3 group matches and will be certain of advancing. Long, and there's an opportunity here for Zhang. Had a couple of break points on the previous Klugman service game. Couldn't take one. Now she's got 2 more. Not enough first serves in play. A lot of first serves netted. Second serve was very brave. I don't think Zhang was expecting that. Right down the middle, why not? Like a good penalty taker at the World Cup. Better to be safe rather than sorry. That's an excellent serve. Klugman using the slider wide. Well watched. The penultimate drive volley was not easy. Puts it into the corner. And the second one more simple and able to put it away. In the juniors this season, Klugman with 3 wins on grass, 14 wins on clay, and 11 wins on hard clay. And most successful surface by win percentage, 88%. She's lost just 2 matches on clay courts. And she'd like to have that forehand back. Bad miss. Zhang also has most wins on clay this season, 21 compared to 7 losses. She has a 75% win rate on the dirt. 3 wins and 2 losses on grass, 4 wins and 6 losses, meantime, on hard courts. So hard courts, the Chinese players' least successful surface in terms of percentage won. And slow clapping is for the other match. Pohankova Mia, a Slovakian who made her Davis Cup debut, I should say Billie Jean King Cup debut earlier this season, up 6-5, now serving for the match. And if the Slovak can win that, that will do a huge favour to Klugman's chances. Even if she loses this match, she's still in it. Should come down to head, and then Klugman has the advantage because she, of course, won against Kovachkova on the opening day. 2 games all. Again, the escape artist is the British number 2. She survived 4 break points already in this set. Now a little window of opportunity for Klugman. Hasn't had a break point yet in this set. Here's the opportunity that Klugman has been waiting for. And there it is, central point. Klugman not making any mistakes. Conditions to worry about. A big raw, nice serve. That first serve has been hit or miss today. Quite a few in the net, but making them the big moments. A tiebreaker between Mia Kohankova and Jana Kovačkova is en route. Kohankova, the Slovakian, failing to serve it out at 6-5. Nervy and tense over there, but overall Kohankova should feel the best in these matches in Group B of her chances of advancing. There's difference really between finishing in the group first or second. First from Group A is Jolene van der Oom, the current US Open Junior champion, and then Henchikova of the USA. Plays a little like Amanda Anisimova, so not an easy match. The winners of Group B, of course, will play the runner-up in Group A and vice versa. 4-2 to Klugman. Holds her serve nicely. And this is exactly what tournament organisers would have wanted, a big finish to the round-robin stage of this year's ITF World Tennis Tour Junior Finals. 5-3 to Kohankova in the third set tiebreaker. So that certainly would not have wanted a tough battle like this one that's gone well over 2 hours. She'll be quite exhausted for the semi-finals. We've had wins today so far for Jacopo, for Sami and the boys, for Yannick, Alex Andreescu, for Andres Santamartaroig, for Jack Kennedy in the All-USA battle, for Julien Van Drome and Kristina Penchikova. So those are the 6 results that have been completed. 2 more to come. Yeah, she's made it. Klugman continues to go into the Zhang forehand on the approach shot. Zhang played a much more aggressive match against Mia Kohankova in the first round. And the Slovak did not like it. And there she is in again, pushing the Briton deep. Trying to hold on to her lead is Britain's Hannah Klugman. The result of this match will be a huge indication as to how the group ends. And this now the only one remaining. Mia Kohankova will go through as group winner. She's won all 3 matches. The toughest for last for the Slovak. Takes it 7-6 in the third set against the youngest player in the women's field, or the girls' field really, Jana Kovačkova. What a match that was. And so Kohankova has done Hannah Klugman a huge favour there. And now perhaps the Briton can relax. Kovačkova then reduced to just 1 match win. And Hannah beat her on match day 1. So in the head-to-head, that means Klugman will go through as runner-up, even though she might not win this match. If she does win this match, well, that will put her on 2 wins out of 3, and she would definitely go through. Don't want to rely on other people, do you? But sometimes they can do you a favour. 5-3. And you might just see a different Briton play out the rest of this one. There's quite so much tension in her arms. And that's a big roar from Zhang. Desperate to keep this second set close. And she does what she can do. 5-4 now to Klugman. One point down, 3 to go for Great Britain's Hannah Klugman, 16-year-old out of Surrey in the UK. Serving quite a lot better, even though that ball toss is a little too far to her right. 40 love. 3 set points. This indoor centre here in Chengdu has quietened quite a bit now the other match is completed. Well, that's a brilliant service game to wrap up set 2. Now relieved that Mia Pohankova has won the other match on a third set tiebreaker, which puts her in a great position in Group B. And she just looks a lot more relaxed, doesn't she? Looks like she's having a bit more fun out there now. Important game here for Zhang, just to establish some sort of control. Early breakpoint chances here for the Briton, who is ranked world number 2. It's out, and an early break for Klugman. Gosh, what a difference that makes. Trying to pick up her first win is Zhang. She's played a very good tournament so far, come so close. Was serving for the second set against Pohankova. That was on Wednesday, then had that third set tiebreak loss to Kavachkova yesterday. So this was always going to be a tough battle. The lowest ranked player in the field, Zhang at 18, but And to get to that position, you know, someone's got to put in a lot of hours, a lot of work, and be very, very good indeed. And that is the case. A miss. And an immediate break-back points. Good hustle for Zhang. She just doesn't really know when she's beaten, does she? Just long. And it's a panic slightly for Klugman till she realised it was going to miss. A game apiece, a break apiece. One game all. Oh, superbly done. Zhang with more attacking attempts. Perhaps she just lost a little bit of that at the end of the second set. What a great volley as well. Appeared she was going to hook it cross court. Instead just turned the wrist, pushed it down the line. A roar of frustration just when Klugman felt like she might have had a handle on this match. Zhang makes sure she doesn't. And what a serve to finish it off. So broken in the first game, but wins both games. 7 have been completed. This one sees Hannah Klugman at 1-2 third set. Chinese world number 18. Zhang Ruien is her opponent today. Zhang trying to win her first match of the campaign. Klugman won her first on Wednesday. It just shows you, doesn't it, the importance of a good start in these round-robin formation competitions. Two in each of the groups advanced to the semi-final. We know the identities of now 7 of those players in the boys and girls. Mia Kohankova, if you're just joining us, will go through as Group B winner. She's won, like Jelene van Droom in Group A, all 3 of her group matches. Van Droom in great form. What a 2025 she has had. A protege of Kim Clijsters. She comes from Belgium and has beaten Kristina Penikova, Julia Stusek and Charo Esquiva-Banours of USA, Germany and Spain respectively. And great footwork to get around that forehand. Alexandra Vasilev, the top seed in the boys, ended up not winning a match in Group A. Top seed in the girls is Kristina Penikova, even though she's ranked now behind Hannah. But when the seedings were done, Penikova was world number 2, and she has finished second in Group A as Klugman ties it up at 2 games apiece. A break each to start the set, now a hold. Oh, it's a superb forehand, goes right through the ball, full of conviction. Another chance here for the British world number 2 to take the lead. Oh, she must have just made it, Zhang. I wasn't sure about that forehand, but it dropped just in time. Great shot under pressure. Back to deuce. Klugman hasn't had a great point since the first game up until then. That's a phenomenal backhand. Takes it on, takes it early and rips it down the line. Break point number 2 in this game. It's a brilliant ending to a wonderful game of tennis. And several rain delays when the play was outside. It's the final match of 4 slated for outside centre court. 2 of those were completed. The third one started, then had to be moved inside. That always takes time. Quarter to 8 local time here in Chengdu, China. That's a nice little change up. Klugman with slightly heavy hands on that one. That's when the cat and mouse aspect of tennis comes in. Klugman does have a good record against left-handers on the professional side of things. She has 4 wins and 4 wins out of 5 matches. The only loss she suffered to a southpaw was to Annie Fernandez at this year's Wimbledon. Tough draw for Hannah, the wild card, who was beaten 1 and 3 by the Canadian, who's had a very good year. A couple of titles on the WTA Tour for Layla. Playing a lefty is always a challenge. You have to have a good backhand up the line to change direction and give yourself some forehand opportunities. That's a nice serve. Handcuffs Zhang. And an opportunity now to just give herself a little bit of breathing room in what has been a long and arduous match. The level hasn't been great, I think that's fair to say. But you wouldn't expect it to be given the circumstances. 2 hours and 17 minutes played. Sometimes these matches are just about getting through them. You need to be tougher than your opponent. Could just have another twist in the tail. So let's go over the permutations from this girls Group B match again. We know that Mia Kohankova is through as group winner. She's won all 3 matches. Anna Klugman has got 1 win. And so does Yana Shikova. So if Klugman wins this today, she is definitely through with 2 wins. But if Zhang wins, it's going to come down to sets 1 because she's beaten Klugman. Klugman has beaten Kovachkova. And Kovachkova has beaten Zhang. That's how complicated it is. Oh dear. Well, there's an opportunity there for Hannah Klugman to get a little bit of breathing room, and she hasn't been able to take it. Zhang up in the ante once more. And so we have another back-to-back break. Klugman 1-love up in this set. Zhang hit back. Klugman 3-2 up in this set. And Zhang has done the same thing. It's going to be a very exciting final 10, 20, even 30 minutes or so. Hang on, everyone. We might not even be close to the finish line. And Zhang has got very aggressive again. It's gone in waves. Just has to keep reminding herself, needs to be on the front foot and wait for her opponent to miss. You can do that up to so long in juniors, and then the level gets too good. She could do with a nice routine service hold here, Zhang. This is the side that the players are winning games from. Nobody has won a game from the other side in this 3rd set. Brilliant serving, uses the lefty swinger. And gets a little bit of right relief there, Zhang. A love holds. And she is now. It was a great start to the game for Hannah Klugman. That point victory will give Zhang hope. And that is not a fun shot to miss. There'll be a little extra lactic acid in the Klugman body after that one. 30 love to 30 all. First serve really needed here. And she gets it, plays the forehand cross court, the safe one. Again, playing the percentages, you've got to do what works more than half of the time. 55% of points will win you the match, 52, 53 will win it in straight sets. And Kristina Penichkova had one more point than Jolien van Droom in their match, which the Belgian won. And that was a nervy second serve. Didn't accelerate at all, did she, on those serves? You've got to really get the racket through moving quickly. That's how you create spin. No speed, no spin. She's been having serving problems all year long, Klugman, so this is going to be massive. And that was exceptional. What a second serve, slice wide. To really watch that overhead smash. They can be very, very easy to miss in this kind of circumstance when the situation gets tough and tight. Horrible things can happen, so you've got to really watch the ball and focus. She could do with another first serve. Not going to get it here. But eventually she ekes out the game. Made it perhaps harder than it needed to be, that. 30 love up. 4 games all. And still, no one has won a game from the far end in this third set. Both players will be very aware of that. Point to go with high margin, less risk, cross court until the time is right. Zhang Ruien has done herself and her country proud this week. Chinese tennis in a pretty healthy state. And she is the next one coming, the 17-year-old. Made her WTA Tour debut this year in Beijing. So no love hold. Good work from Klugman at the net. She is very efficient at the net. I don't know about you, but personally I'd like to see her up there a little bit more. I think she could throw in the occasional serve and volley. It doesn't have to be all the time. Just as a mixer, she's certainly got the volleys to back it up. More slice off the forehand side and off the backhand. And a few more drop shots attempted would be nice too. At the right time, of course. Oh, it's a big roar, and understandably so. Zhang has worked so hard over the last 3 days. So 5-4 to Zhang. Just one game one at the other end of the court, and that was the most recent one. Zhang holding relatively comfortably. Klugman looking to do the same, and that is a very impressive point. Brilliant 3 points. And that is a completed game to perfection from Klugman. Nobody quite knows the situation here of Group B, so both players desperately trying to win this match. If Zhang wins, it will give her a chance of moving through to the semi-finals. If Klugman wins, it will guarantee it. That's a lovely, lovely backhand. Just leaning into the shot. And she must be running on fumes at this point, Zhang. We had that very long match against Kovachkova on Thursday. That was also indoors. All matches indoors on Thursday. A 2-hour, 23-minute thriller. Kovachkova winning 7-6 in the third. Zhang took the first set on the tiebreaker. Kovachkova on the second, 6-4. That's how close it was. This one has now gone over the 2.5-hour mark. That is a lot of tennis, because it's not just on court work, but it's the anxiety, the anticipation before, the many hours of warm-up. Preparation, of course, of hanging around. All the rain delays have delayed this match. It was the 4th of 4. That's not easy. And Zhang also shows a lot of emotion, albeit positive, but still emotion, and it's very wearing. So she will be fatigued. There's no doubt about that. Adrenaline getting her through here. I spoke with Ben Hannon after Zhang's initial match, which close 2-set deficit against Ruien Zhang, and he was impressed also with her energy, positive attitude. And what a game that is. She's guaranteed herself, as Zhang, a final set breaker at the very, very least. She absolutely deserves it. But we're getting very much to the end. Klugman serving 5-6. And what a serve. A 3-point, very, very nice to have at this point. Oh, that's a shame. Klugman leaning back on a forehand, an ace to start this game, but now in major trouble. The Chinese world number 18 up against the British number 2. And it's Zhang who has match points. Oh. Zhang, Ruien, the second match point opportunity. One of the boys' matches was won from match point down. Oh, and it's so good. Beautifully executed drop shot. I think everybody sitting around this court took a huge breath. Klugman's still in it. Foot fault called. Sometimes that full toss just gets a little too far in front and she's reaching. Has been favouring the slice second serve as a get out, has Klugman. Third match point upcoming. It's long. And Ruien Zhang has her first win of the campaign. What a terrific victory for the China number 18 ranked player. 2 hours and 43 minutes of pulsating action. And Zhang has come through at 7-5 in the third set.